history professor seeking non-smoking Oriental woman who was into Wesson oil and bears a resemblance to Florence Henderson.
Is that signed Doug?
Yes.
I know him. He's a sick man.
I'm terribly sorry for this mix-up. Goodbye. Oh, my God, I don't believe this. I didn't catch your name.
I'm Rose Nyland, your new roomie. Blanche has told me all about you. Sorry your husband dumped you. You can borrow my bubble bath anytime you want.
That'll help ease the lonely nights. Thank you. Can't you find a better place to clip your toenails?
Don't call me Ma. Call me Sophia like my other friends.
Look, Ma, I am very upset, so please stop teasing me.
Dorothy, I've never told this to anyone before. The day I left the hospital with you, I had a gnawing feeling in the pit of my stomach.
Because you suspected I wasn't your daughter?
No, because I was in labor for 38 hours.
Damn.
What's the matter, pussycat?
I can't balance my checkbook. The hell with it. I'm only off by a few pennies.
A few pennies. To you, it may not be much, but back in Sicily, a few pennies could make the difference between owning a gun and having to insert bullets into your victim manually.
Yvonne, we want to join a gym.
Well, what kind of exercise are you interested in?
Oh, nothing radical. Just lose a few pounds. Tone up.
Yeah, slim down.
Get into my summer wardrobe. Get into my winter wardrobe.
Get into my bathrobe. Yvonne, we are desperate women. You've got to help us.
I know just what you need. Aerobics. It's what I do.
But Yvonne, you're much younger than they are.
Maybe you can tell me a little bit about your mother's history.
Picture it. Sicily, 1900. An olive-skinned woman set sail for the New World.
I was talking about her medical history.
So was I. You think that was a pleasure cruise?
Girls, I am so excited. I just got a big bonus at work. And guess what I've decided to do with it?
What?
I'm going to have my breasts enlarged.
You're not serious, Blanche.
Oh, sure I am. Breasts are back in fashion. Oh, Barry, hi. What are you doing here?
I was just bringing back your earrings.
Oh,
Well, I've got to run.
thank you.
See you Saturday?
You bet, darling. Rose Nyland, if I didn't know better, I might think you were trying to steal my boyfriend.
I'm innocent, Blanche.
Oh, I know it. That's why Gary's dating me.
Who's? What the hell are you doing?
Oh, I couldn't sleep, so I decided to rearrange the kitchen cabinets. I'm sorry I woke you. Go on back to bed.
Rose, what do you do with these?
Nothing.
You were looking for those pills, weren't you? Blanche, get rid of them.
You can't do that. They're mine.
Get rid of them, Blanche.
No.
I thought you said you could take these or leave them.
Well, that's true. And right now I want to take them.
I can't believe I'm going to see Trudy again after all these years.
Oh, I'm excited for you too, Dorothy. That's why I want everything perfect. I'm making Scandinavia's oldest and most traditional appetizer treat, cheese and crackers.
Cheese and crackers, Rose. Not eggs gefluffy? Ham and Gunterhagens?
It sounds so natural, doesn't it?
Well, then I guess till next Tuesday, we are Kid Pepe's managers.
What happens after Tuesday? We take our winnings and buy a heavyweight. Okay, a middleweight and a microwave.
Rose, how did you get Bob home?
Well, I called his office. Dorothy, I have to talk to you for a
Not
minute.
now, Ma.
What did he say?
Well, I didn't talk directly to Bob Hope. Alfonso has a new trick. Give him your keys.
Yeah, who did you talk to? What, his agent?
No, this is one of those mental tricks. You're gonna love it.
Who did you talk to?
A very nice receptionist at NBC.
I'm focusing all my powers on this metal object.
That's idiotic.
Now be patient. It's a very good trick.
I just finished a sketch of Tuna's little pals, the Dinkelheimer twins.
This book is really coming along.
Yeah, and you can chalk it all up to synergism.
Yeah, synergism. What would we ever do without it? Good old synergism.
You have no idea what it means, do you?
Not a clue.
You're right, Blanche. Some things never change.
Well, my date will be here soon. I'd better get ready.
Oh, Ma, will you knock it off?
Oh, you're right. At 82, what am I going to get ready? I always have my purse, and I shouldn't pee until he's got the motor running.
Great, Dorothy. You going out with Eddie again?
Yes. Oh, by the way, Blanche, I borrowed your gold earrings, if that's okay.
Oh, it's fine, but I do think I should caution you. They were meant for petite ears.
They'll just have to do until Disney unveils their Dumbo line.
I'll call you later, Rose.
Looks like everything worked out after all.
Were you three listening to our conversation?
Absolutely not. You know we would never eavesdrop.
They made me do it. When I turn my hearing aid up to 10, I can hear a canary break wind in Lauderdale.
I don't want to mention any names. Follow my eyes.
Okay, that's it for practice today. Everybody get a good night's sleep.
Coach Dorothy, could Billy and I get weights together and we divide it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Nice try. You're beginning to think like a fourth grader already.
I told you it wouldn't work.
Today was the worst day I've ever had at the hospital, not counting the unfortunate mistake Dr. Feldman made during my gallbladder surgery. You ever tried passing a sponge?
What happened, Sophia?
I got stuck with the meanest patient in the history of medicine. I mean, just because a person has 2 weeks to live doesn't mean he has to be cranky.
Not that part, Rose. Anyway, spending time with Stan made me see something that I hadn't realized.
He dyes the hair in his ears? I noticed that months ago.
Besides that, I'm still in love with the man, and I can't let him marry someone else.
Is it me, or is the room suddenly getting darker?
You know what that popcorn reminds me of? Rex's driving out at the lake. You remember the night my date and I parked right next to you and your date? Pretty soon it got to be a contest who could fog up whose car the fastest. I think you won.
You weren't doing too badly considering you were in a convertible.
Oh. Well, I might. You want me to take a look?
Forget it.
Listen, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap at you like that. I'm just a little uncomfortable here.
Helps if you stuff newspapers under the mattress.
Well, that's not what I meant. I was talking about being here at the shelter.
This is your first time?
Lord, it's been ages since I heard that from a man.
We're opening the old business again. $1 million idea deserves a second chance.
Ma, come on, you're both over 80. Starting a business is hard work.
Yeah, for amateurs, but we've already done this before. By the way, we'll be staying with you until the business gets off the ground.
Well, what happens if the business fails?
We'll have to talk about a nightlight for the bathroom.
I just came from the hospital. They told me Sophia was discharged. Is she here?
No, I haven't taken her out of the trunk of the car yet.
Oh, there you are, Sophia. Are you okay?
Hey, I just spent 2 days in the hospital, naked under a sheet with strange men inspecting my body with cold metal instruments.
Which reminds me, has that Tyler returned my call? Honey, are you feeling better?
A little. I tried this technique I read about to cheer myself up. You stand in front of a mirror and you tell yourself, I love you, and then you give yourself a great big hug.
Yeah, my son Phil used to do that all the time. Got to a point he couldn't pass a mirror without saying I love you. I can't tell you how many times he got punched out in the men's room.
Rose, what are you doing?
I'm trying to lure that UFO back with a flashlight and a pie pan. I read an article once in the St. Olaf Time that says this is the best way to do it.
What's the St. Olaf time?
Well, it's 7:15 here. You subtract an hour.
They giving you any trouble?
I can't get a refund on this lamb chop. It looked fine in the case, but when I got it home, the bottom was all fat.
Come with me.
Sophia, please. I don't want to make trouble.
When's the last time you saw me make trouble?
Aisle 3.
Well, I'm not surprised. It's all because of my high school history teacher, Mr. Stickelmeyer. He was a Nazi.
Oh, come on. Rose, a lot of students don't like their teachers, but you
No,
don't...
I mean it. He was part of a nefarious plot by the Germans to teach misinformation so America's youth would be really stupid when the Germans invaded. St. Olaf was the first town chosen for their experiment.
Tails, you win.
I'll make it up to you, Dorothy, I promise. Listen, if there's ever a night where you can't sleep, I'll come to your room and sing Kumbaya.
Rose, I don't know what to say. Yes, I do. Don't ever do that.
Oh, hi, Ma. Oh, here, Dorothy, I want to know what you think of my pasta pesto. It's for the Boscos. They'll be here any minute.
Ma, this is awful.
I'm also boiling the crud off the sink stop. Try the other pot.
Blanche, honey, don't worry. All you need is a little spring tune-up.
I suppose you don't.
No, not really.
Prove it. Put your money where your mouth is. If there isn't already a sweet roll there.
Right, all right, but now nobody looked.
I always thought you had to pass 0 to hit that number.
Don't look at me like that. If Tyson has another fight, you may want to set her up in the rec hall.
This is all hard to believe.
If it's not true, my name isn't Sophia Pahawkins.
Excuse me.
It's from your friend Gladys at Shady Pine. She says Lillian was sent to Sunny Pastures.
Ah, you see, Ma, your friend is fine.
Fine, are you kidding? Sunny Pastures is the worst nursing home in the city. It's every old person's nightmare. That and a child-proof cap on the kaopectate bottle.
Honey, listen, don't panic. As soon as the girls get home from work, we'll fan out through the neighborhood and we'll find Dreyfus.
No go, Blanche. I need to handle this myself.
Why?
Because if Dorothy finds out I lost Dreyfus, she'll never trust me with anything again. That's why I'm begging you, please. Promise me, on your mother's grave, you won't breathe a word of this to Dorothy. You promise?
Yes, sure, Sophia.
Good. Now I can save what I know about you and the twin rabbinical students for another time. Why, you think I can't do it? You think I'm irresponsible?
Yes, Ma.
You think I'm forgetful?
Yes, Ma.
You think I'm irresponsible?
You already said that.
That's emphasis. You never heard the I have a dream speech?
Ma, face it, you cannot be trusted. Every time you get yourself into something like this, I have to end up covering for you. I am not going to end up taking care of this dog.
Did I ever mention that I almost died giving birth to you?
It was time to plant the crops, but after 17 years of pulling the plow, poor old Bessie was worn out.
Well, why didn't you just get another mule?
Well, Bessie wasn't a mule. She was a big fat lady who pulled farmhouse.
For God's sake! What about tractors?
Well, come on, Blanche. If she was too old to pull a plow, how could she ever pull a tractor?
Dorothy, I didn't even know you were good at making malts.
Good. I'm an expert. Didn't I tell you I used to work in a malt shop when I was in high school?
Soda jerk?
No, thanks. I'll have a malted.
Oh, it's so good to see everyone. But where's Trudy? She hasn't seen me in years. I can't wait to see the look on her face.
You could wait 6 months. It wouldn't change.
I also considered auditioning for the Actors Studio.
Why does every fighter become an actor? Just once, I'd like it the other way around. If for no other reason than to see Chevy Chase get his butt kicked.
Right. You know, Rose, I have known you for over 5 years, and in that time, I have heard the most bizarre stories I have ever heard in my entire life. There was Clovis, the two-headed mule, who skied backwards on buttermilk.
It was cottage cheese. Oh, but I can't tell you, Blanche, how much I enjoy working with you.
Me too, and you know why? Because we're not just partners, we're friends. We're good friends.
I feel like I could say anything to you.
Well, of course you can, Sugar Plum.
Even criticize your artwork.
Well, of course. The whole point of collaborating is to get beyond our egos and come up with something we both like. What do you think?
Well, this could use a few minor changes.
Drop dead.
I'm gonna go through with it.
Well, good for you. Yeah. And thank you for listening to me.
Oh, Victor, come on. Let's get a table. There's something I have to tell you.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe some things do change.
I'm having a relationship with him like I have never had with a man before in my life. It is purely physical. Eddie is the greatest lover I have ever had.
Come on, Dorothy. If we're going to do this, you have to tell me the truth. Hi, Ernie.
Oh, Rose, I'm really sorry. I'm on my way to the office. There's been a small emergency. Do you mind if we postpone our date?
Well, I was going to ask you
Now, look,
if you...
I'd like to make this up to you. I've been thinking, how about we go away this weekend? I know it's sudden, but I'd really like to take you somewhere special. What do you say?
Well, yes, that sounds wonderful.
Hi, girls.
Oh, hi, Blanche. How did your date with John go last night?
Oh, perfect. Dinner in the symphony.
You must be really serious. You've seen him every night this week.
You're a lucky woman, Blanche. You're a guy, John, is just the type I always figured was perfect for my Dorothy.
Oh, he sure is. He's smart. He's sophisticated.
I was talking blind.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Hold on here. Oh, come on. Now, we're behaving like vultures, like beasts of prey. I mean, girls, come on. The Kimmel is a dying man. Do we really want to profit from his misfortune? No.
It would be immoral.
We'd hate ourselves.
What time's the auction?
Ma, you scared me to death.
You scared me to death. If you could put on a little makeup, there could be a single doctor. I'd like to know you're being taken care of, or at least getting a little on the side.
Ma, the doctor says you're going to be just fine.
Of course I am. I survived war, disease, and 2 seasons of designing women.
Did I say something embarrassing?
No, Rose, you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, I've got to tell her tonight. It's not going to be easy. I mean, I still haven't told Blanche I was the one who stole the Montgomery Cliff poster off her wall when she left for college.
Well, I think tonight's sizable cash contribution should lay those accusations to rest.
He doesn't even care about the justice.
Sweet Jesus, it's a miracle. This is going to be easy.
Well, don't take any chances. Sleep with him anyway.
So, what did you think of the apartment?
Too many old people. All those hearing aids interfere with the cable TV. Huh, you want a lifesaver?
What kind you got?
Peppermint.
I don't like peppermint. I like butterscotch. You got butterscotch?
Does it say 7-Eleven across my forehead?
I just came from the hospital. They told me Sophia was discharged. Is she here?
No, I haven't taken her out of the trunk of the car yet.
Oh, there you are, Sophia. Are you okay?
Hey, I just spent 2 days in the hospital, naked under a sheet with strange men inspecting my body with cold metal instruments.
Which reminds me, has that Tyler returned my call?
We were all put on this planet for a purpose. Blanche, you're here to work in a museum so that art can be appreciated by humanity. Dorothy, you're here as a substitute teacher to educate our youth. And Rose, you're here because the rhythm method was very popular in the 20s. Okay? I'm going to the movies. Goodbye.
And ask him the one question that had been burning on my tongue for the last 4 years. Ham, think you might like a little company tonight? You know what he said? Maybe some other time, Blanche. Can you believe that? Maybe some other time.
Blanche, that doesn't seem so mean.
He had the band spell it out on the field.
They giving you any trouble? I can't get a refund on this lamb chop. It looked fine in the case, but when I got it home, the bottom was all fat.
Come with me.
Sophia, please. I don't want to make trouble.
When's the last time you saw me make trouble?
Aisle 3.
My family once owned the largest tobacco plantation in all of Cuba. Do you know that at one time I was the most famous Fidel in the entire country? Until you-know-who showed up.
Who? Beat it, you 50-year-old mattress.
You miserable old...
Blanche, you know the rules. When one of you is out with Fidel, the other one does not interfere.
My apologies. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go take a long, hot, steamy bath with just enough water to barely cover my perky bosoms.
I didn't catch your name.
I'm Rose Nyland, your new roomie. Blanche has told me all about you. Sorry your husband dumped you. You can borrow my bubble bath anytime you want.
That'll help ease the lonely nights. Thank you.
Oh, look, it's a letter from my friends Philomena and Dominic Bosco back in Sicily.
Oh.
They're visiting Miami and they're bringing their daughter Gina.
Who are they?
Oh, well, Gina and I were born within minutes of each other at the same hospital in Brooklyn. That's when Ma became friendly with Philomena, before the family moved back to Sicily.
Will the Boscos be staying with us, Sophia? Unless there's a bidding war with the neighbors. Well, even if we lose, at least they'll be close by.
Are you implying that I might have gained weight?
There's only one way to find out. Here's the scale.
Oh, fine.
Whoa!
Sophia, were you looking?
No, actually, that's what you stepped off. But I know it's not a good sign when the first rebound goes into the low 120s.
I don't know. I walked in and she wasn't there. There was someone else in her bed. It was weird.
Lillian. Oh, did you say Lillian? My God, you got a call about her this morning. I was so caught up in my breaths, I totally forgot.
It happens to all of us, Blanche. That's why my rent check was late.
Well, Blanche, what do you think?
Sophia, what have you done?
Save my puckered little Sicilian behind, that's what. When Dreyfus didn't come home again this morning, I went to the pet shop and got a duplicate. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, except for one thing.
Ma, did you have a sardine sandwich for lunch again?
Dreyfus?
Ma, what the hell is Dreyfus doing here?
Calm down. I just ran into Harry Weston. They're all leaving town, and they needed someone to watch Dreyfus. I volunteered.
Yeah, well, unvolunteer. Of course it did. And your husband had just died.
So what? I hadn't. The point is, I was still feeling a little vulnerable, and I was afraid if I got intimate with somebody too quickly, I might end up getting hurt. So I just gave it up, cold turkey.
And it worked for you, Blanche?
Well, not entirely. Barely a month had gone by before I started feeling those awful stirrings and urgings.
You should just go along with whatever she wants to do. The important thing is to keep Rose's mind occupied.
Hey, give me some lipstick. I'll draw a face on my hand.
Ma, what are you doing up?
I've got an hour till my paper route starts, so I thought I'd do some chin-ups.
Listen, Rose, remember, Mum's the word. Dorothy will break the bad news in due time, okay?
Excuse me, has anyone seen Dorothy? She said hello and then disappeared. Is there a problem?
No problem at all. Everything's fine. It's not like anyone died or anything.
I sure hope time has been good to Trudy. Good, not great. Oh, Trudy.
Dorothy! It's been so long. Boy, you look... It's been so long.
And is there anything else that you feel we're entitled to know before we kiss you and the $3,000 goodbye?
You'll get your money back. I'm gonna fight tomorrow. I need that purse in case I get into Juilliard.
You need a purse to go to Juilliard?
You understood more when he spoke Spanish, didn't you, Rose? Now, this is ridiculous. This is never going to work.
Now listen, the caddy said Mr. Hope just finished his round of golf. He's got to be in here somewhere.
Well, what if he is? I mean, he's not about to do a favor for 3 people who look like Sam Snead with a hormone problem.
Look, you two stay here. I'm going to check out the rest of the locker room. I think I'll start out with a jacuzzi.
You don't know where the jacuzzi is?
Yeah, it's just down the hall, second door. I'll ask somebody. Synergism is the powerful energy that is generated by 2 people engaged in the same activity. Up till now, I had no idea it could occur outside of Howard Johnson's motor lodge. You still have no idea what I'm talking about.
Nope. What's his name?
I can't tell you.
Have I met him?
No, he's from out of town.
Where is he taking you?
I'm not allowed to say, security reasons.
Ma, none of this is true.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's Julio Iglesias. You satisfied?
Hi, Rose. Blanche around?
She's just showing the girls some makeup tricks before we go to the movies. Anything I can do?
No, thanks. I just need to talk to somebody.
Oh, I get it. Oh, I can't do it. I can't ask him to go away with me. I've never learned how to be aggressive.
Honey, it's as easy as riding a bicycle.
I never learned how to ride a bicycle.
It's as easy as falling off a bicycle.
Really? Well, that is easy. Thanks, Bill.
It's just a hunch.
Thanks to you, we don't stand a chance in tomorrow's game without our star player.
Rose, listen, I am getting sick and tired of being made out to be a villain simply because I play by the rules.
Relax. It'll all be over tomorrow.
Yeah, if I make it that far, I think I caught something practicing out in the rain.
So did I. Gee, I hope none of the boys caught it.
Don't worry about it. Those boys can't catch anything. I've seen them practice. Hey, you met this DeKimmel character. You try having sympathy for a guy like that.
DeKimmel? You mean Jasper DeKimmel?
That's right. You got it. Pablo personality.
Oh, girls, listen to me. When a famous artist like Jasper DeKimmel dies, the value of his work doubles, sometimes even triples. You know what that means?
Sure, it means that if he dies, those crummy pictures of his will be worth a fortune. He'll have more money than he'll know what to do with.
You were magnificent.
I have my moments. What do you want? Lasagna or cannelloni?
Oh, Ma makes great lasagna. I can never get mine to taste as good. She says it's because I don't sing to my marinara sauce. That's her secret. She sings opera to her sauce. Except, of course, during the holiday season when she sings Nat King Cole.
I know, Blanche. I mean, she'd be upset, but not for long. And just think how it would help you two in the long run.
But how do I keep from chickening out?
By telling her. Tonight, while you've still got your dander up. I'm sorry.
Excuse me?
$10,000.
10,000 once, 10,000 twice, sold for $10,000. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Would you mind if I said a few words to the audience?
For 10 grand, they should let him shower with the audience.
I guess now I'll never get to fly on the Concorde.
And I'll never get to buy that emerald pendant to dangle between my perky bosoms.
And I'll never get to buy perky bosoms.
Now listen, we love you two a lot, but you've been here for 3 weeks, and this living arrangement is not working out.
I guess we forgot how hard it is to live with a man in the house.
Why? What did I do?
Well, you snore, you don't pick up after yourself, and you hardly ever remember to lift up the toilet seat.
Please, he hardly ever remembers to lift up the toilet lid.
Dorothy, our director said to prepare for our roles, we must become cats. That's why I've been playing with your ball of yarn. And Blanche has been making those high-pitched screeching sounds in her room at night.
You've been practicing for this part for a lifetime, haven't you? Morning, Rose.
Dorothy, sometimes you can be so cruel. Honey, what's the matter?
Everything. I just found out I'm the most boring person alive.
Did something happen to Regis Philbin?
Oh, that he's in town on business and that he's single again and that he'd love to be my date for the museum ball Saturday night.
The museum ball. Didn't Roger Clark postpone his kidney transplant so he could be your dad?
What's your point? Hey, you got any decent nectarines?
There's nothing wrong with those nectarines.
Please, I got a bowl of wax bananas that'll be right before these,
You're crazy. This nectarine is beautiful. I never saw a more perfect piece of fruit.
No? Then try kissing my behind.
Everybody, this is Fidel Santiago.
How do you do? Very nice to meet you.
It is always a pleasure to meet beautiful ladies such as yourselves.
With that accent, you could almost buy it.
And you must be Sophia.
Your face looks awfully familiar. Was your picture ever on a cigar box?
No, she's right. That was my father.
May we continue, Commandant?
History professor seeking non-smoking Oriental woman who was into Wesson oil and bears a resemblance to Florence Henderson.
Is that signed Doug?
Yes.
I know him. He's a sick man.
I'm terribly sorry for this mix-up. Goodbye. Oh, my God, I don't believe this.
Oh, it's been such a lovely day. Mr. Sunshine really gave us one of his biggest and brightest smiles. Oh, I feel like putting my arms around Mother Nature and giving her a big kiss. Hi, you must be Dorothy.
And you must be Mrs. Rogers.
Rose, how about you? You want to learn dirty dancing?
I don't know, for some odd reason, dirty dancing always sounds dirty.
Come on, Rose. You know you like dancing.
I like square dancing.
This is just like square dancing.
All right, count me in.
Oh, great. Just one thing. When you do-si-do, your legs are wrapped around your partner's neck. Do you realize it's only 2 weeks till Phyllis Strictly's Memorial Day beach party? That means it's only 2 weeks till we have to get back into our bathing suits again. Well, I just slipped into last year's bikini, and I think I look pretty good, but you give me your honest advice. Can I still pull it off?
Right now, I'd be surprised if you could cut it off.
Girls, I am so excited. I just got a big bonus at work. And guess what I've decided to do with it?
What?
I'm gonna have my breasts enlarged.
You're not serious, Blanche.
Oh, sure I am. Breasts are back in fashion.
Okay, I forgive you.
Oh, there he is. I've been looking all over for that dog. Harry Weston just pulled up. Time for Dreyfus to go home.
Now, see, that wasn't so bad, was it, Dorothy?
No, you're right. You know, actually, he was very little trouble.
Yeah, no trouble at all. Now, come on, Dreyfus, let's go. Yo, Dreyfus, it's checkout time.
Honey, listen, don't panic. As soon as the girls get home from work, we'll fan out through the neighborhood and we'll find Dreyfus.
No go, Blanche. I need to handle this myself.
Why?
Because if Dorothy finds out I lost Dreyfus, she'll never trust me with anything again. That's why I'm begging you, please. Promise me, on your mother's grave, you won't breathe a word of this to Dorothy. You promise?
Yes, sure, Sophia.
Good. Now I can save what I know about you and the twin rabbinical students for another time.
Well, Rose, I might not have any idea what it's like to feel the kind of dependency you do, but there was a time in my life when I tried quitting something.
Blanche, you don't mean...
Sex, Dorothy. I tried quitting sex.
Obviously, you fell off the wagon.
And on to a naval base.
The party? I totally forgot. There was no way I could face those people.
Oh, honey, of course you can. You were all friends of Trudy's. You can console each other. It'll help you to cope.
Maybe you're right. Maybe this is just what I need.
Oh, yeah, good for you, Dorothy.
Of course, breaking the news will not be easy.
Want my advice? Wait a couple of hours before you do. Stuff like this could put a real damper on happy hour. Dorothy!
Oh, come on, Rose, I'm just kidding. They're both practically the same size. How about giving me a hand in the kitchen?
Were they like that in high school, Mrs. Petrillo?
Oh, no, her breasts were actually a lot smaller back
I meant, were they rivals?
then. What is this, Nova? I don't have all the answers.
Excuse me. This is a private section.
What is going on here?
What does it look like? The opposition kidnapped our fighter and is trying to turn him into a sissy boy by making him play the violin. Come on, Peppy.
Ma.
Look, ladies, I guess I've got some explaining to do.
You sure do. Like why you snuck out on us. Like why you used us. Like why you're speaking better English than Sylvester Stallone.
Bob Hope is not your father. He has no idea who you are, and he's not about to come anywhere near this place.
That's not true. He's here in Miami. It's right in today's paper.
Well, she's right. He is in a golf tournament here.
Apology accepted.
I just finished a sketch of Tuna's little pals, the Dinkelheimer twins.
This book is really coming along.
Yeah, and you can chalk it all up to synergism.
Yeah, synergism. What would we ever do without it? Good old synergism.
You have no idea what it means, do you?
Not a clue.
I just wanted to hear it out loud before I had another bowl of ice cream.
I have an idea. Let's go out to dinner and celebrate Valentine's Day ourselves. Just because we don't have dates doesn't mean we can't have a good time.
It doesn't?
Rose is right. I mean, this is hardly a disaster. We're not the only women in the world who don't have dates on Valentine's Day. Ma, you want to join us?
I can't. I have a date.
Why don't you come with me and I'll show you how I transform myself into a fresh-faced, innocent young thing.
Could you skip the innocent part, Blanche? The show starts in 2 hours. In fact, I think I love him.
Oh, honey, Rose, that's wonderful.
But I still can't understand why he hasn't even approached the subject of, sex. I mean, not that I'm in a hurry or anything, but we have been dating a while now.
Honey, sometimes you have to stoke a man's fire a little bit.
I don't want to mention any names. Follow my eyes.
Okay, that's it for practice today. Everybody get a good night's sleep.
Coach Dorothy, could Billy and I get weights together and we divide it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Nice try. You're beginning to think like a fourth grader already.
I told you it wouldn't work.
Today was the worst day I've ever had at a hospital, not counting the unfortunate mistake Dr. Feldman made during my gallbladder surgery. You ever tried passing a sponge?
What happened, Sophia?
I got stuck with the meanest patient in the history of medicine. I mean, just because a person has 2 weeks to live doesn't mean he has to be cranky.
I can't imagine life without her telling me what a yutz I am, what a lousy husband I was, how my toupee looks like a monkey's behind. God, I love that woman.
I do too. Oh, what are we going to do if she doesn't make it?
She's going to be fine. Come on, let's eat. I brought you your favorite.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart. Chinese.
No, Italian.
Clayton, you're not playing fair. That's a man. That's a man and you're a man. You're both men. Clayton, you're that thing that everyone said Olga Larson's nephew was because he wore paisley. How high do we bid?
High. I mean, even if it costs us $1,000, we'll still have 9,000 left.
Yeah, but don't start that high. We might be able to get it for a couple of hundred.
We'll start at 100 and see how it goes.
And now, may I have an opening bid, please?
10,000.
What the hell is going on here?
Quiet.
This has been a big mistake. I thought Sophia was in the shower. Hand me my glasses. I'm blind as a bat without them.
I'm Dr. Corley.
Pleased to meet you. Well, goodbye.
Mrs. Petrillo, we'd really like you to stay with us for the next 48 hours.
Please. For half the price, I could go to Club Med, get a nicer room, better food, and not be forced to pee in a Dixie cup. Is there a draft in here?
Bearable. It must be 110 in here.
Dorothy, I'll tell you a very simple way to beat the heat. Just imagine yourself in a cool place. Like a snowy, windy mountaintop in Colorado. With a ski instructor named Fritz. And a bearskin rug and a bottle of brandy and a crackling fire. And my God, Dorothy, it must be 120 in here.
Blanche, are you in a good mood?
My goodness, look what I found. Double fudge cookies. I thought we agreed not to keep cookies in the house.
Right, after this last box.
You're not going to eat them, are you?
Oh, no, Rose. We're going to go to some dumb country and try to use them as money.
I thought we were going to divide up work.
That's right. Rose, make a fresh pot of coffee. Dorothy, get the plates. And I'll just tear into these suckers.
Hello.
Oh, hello. We thought you were Blanche's date, but you're way too old.
Hola, Blanche.
Hello, sweetheart. Come in. I want you to meet all my friends.
Please forgive me. It wasn't my fault. My cousins have been marrying each other for generations. I'm so
History professor seeking non-smoking Oriental woman who was into Wesson oil and bears a resemblance to Florence Henderson.
Is that signed Doug?
Yes.
I know him. He's a sick man.
I'm terribly sorry for this mix-up. Goodbye. Oh, my God, I don't believe this.
Well, the new owners of the building don't allow cats, and I'm not about to part with Mr. Peepers.
Oh, I guess you two have been through a lot together, huh?
Yes. I found him last week. But I wouldn't feel right having a home if he didn't. We'd become very attached to you.
You know, I think that shows great strength of character. I like you, and I like cats. I also happen to have a room for rent, and the name is Blanche Devereaux.
Why would you name a room Blanche Devereaux?
You lay a finger on me, your teeth will be back in Sicily before you are.
That's my girl! Oh, you got lots of spirit, just like your beautiful mama.
Thank you.
This has gone far enough.
What's gone far
I was talking to her. Look, from now on, she'll be Ma number 1, and you're Ma number 2. I think I'm slowly going out of my mind.
All right. This flyer that came in the mail says they're going to start a dirty dancing course down at Lawson's Dance Studio. What do you say, Dorothy?
Oh, no. I can't see myself swinging my hips and wildly gyrating my pelvis. I am not interested.
And the world heaves a collective sigh of relief. No, I'm eating a bowl of Nabisco Zitios. Of course I'm eating pasta. I need to gain weight. I'm wasting away, Dorothy.
What do you mean?
I got weighed this morning. I couldn't believe what I saw. 98 pounds.
What do you usually weigh?
99.
Ma, you lost 1 pound.
Thank you, Rene Descartes. I'm looking for advice, not arithmetic.
I remember this one old man. His name was Ben. All he did all day long was sit out there on his family's front porch in that old hickory rocking chair and whittle. Just whittle. I used to pass by there on my way home from school, and I'd say, "Hi, Ben." And he'd yell back, "Hi, Blanche. Stay away from my grandsons." Dr. Rosenzweig over-ordered on the Vixen 3 model.
Blanche, are you sure you're not being a bit silly? What? Let me tell you something. When I was a schoolgirl, I developed early, and all the boys noticed and hit on me. Not one boy was ever interested in my mind.
Get out of here.
All right, Rose, out with it. What did Holly do that's so terrible?
Why do you care? You won't believe me anyway.
Hey, Sicilians can always recognize two things. When someone is telling the truth and when they've had their fingerprints changed.
I'll try some, Dorothy.
Try some, right, like it's some big experiment, like you got no idea what it tastes like. Like you don't shovel it in by the pound every chance you get. It's like, Ma!
Oh, how my heart went out to little Kathy Lee, standing there while our servants snickered at her servants. But Mama insisted I break off the friendship or I wouldn't get brand new riding boots for Christmas. So I did.
Blanche, why is this a story about acceptance?
Oh, because years later, to get back at me, Kathy Lee slept with my daddy.
What kind of a place is this anyway?
I don't know, an old office building or a warehouse.
It looks to me like the kind of place where shady dealings go on. I say we just forget our money and save our behinds.
Why, you've got a lot more behind than you do money. Better I should say nothing from now on and sit here like a pincushion.
Hey, girls, did Bob Hope call?
Rose, will you stop being an idiot? Bob Hope is not going to call, and he is not going to MC our show.
What do you mean? I said he'd be here, and he will.
Rose, this is not Miracle on 34th Street.
Okay, if a trip down memory lane is gonna make you happy, pussycat, I'm willing to take a short stroll.
Listen, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll order dinner in, we'll finish looking at the photos, and then we can reread these old letters.
Geez, too bad you didn't bring along the slides.
Come on, now you got the spirit. We go at the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Excuse me, ladies, but we always dress for dinner here. And in your case, we'd appreciate it if you do that for all 3 meals.
Oh, no. We can go see Oliver and Company or Roger Rabbit.
Or Tequila Sunrise. I hear Mel Gibson takes his shirt off a lot.
You know, Jackie, I think you and I are going to get along just fine. Well, what have you all been doing all this time? And how long can you make conversation?
Blanche, there is more to conversation than just can I have a hanger for my pants, please?
Oh, Ernie's not like that. He's very special. He's not the type of man who wants to hop into bed after just one date.
And this is one of his attributes?
Okay, in this formation, you're lined up in a wishbone with the U back in motion. Any questions so far?
I've got a question, Coach Rose. Am I an X or an O?
You're an O, Freddie. The other team are the X's, and you're all O's.
It's easy to remember. It's the number of points you scored this season.
Okay, I can borrow my life insurance. That should bring us close, huh?
Then it's settled. We're going to call Sid and tell him to go ahead with a new roof.
Okay.
Oh, Ma, you will not believe what a terrible day we've been having.
What are you telling me for? You think I'm hiding Father Flanagan under here?
No one has said a word to me in hours.
What? That's ridiculous. I'm going to find somebody right now. Excuse me. I want some information, and I want it now.
The John is down the hall.
It's about a patient, Sophia Petrillo. She's in intensive care.
The cafeteria's closed.
Get a doctor in here.
Someone will be with you in just a moment.
Okay, now you just give me your honest reactions when people go by. That's how I'll tell.
Okay.
Here comes one. Go. No, too thin. Here comes one. Too short? Next.
900, 900 once, 900 twice. Sold for $900. Congratulations. And now, moving along to item number 17. A leather jacket recently worn in concert by one of the world's leading musical talents.
Get ready, this is it.
I have a really dumb question. And I have a box of chiclets. What's your point?
Hiya, Cupcake. It's time to play Connect the Freckles.
Not now, Max. Would you hand me the... Should I? Oh, what the hell? Rose, what is Gowakanoggin?
It's a lot like baseball, except instead of hitting a ball, you whack yourself on the head. After 10 whacks, if you're still standing, you take first base. It's usually a very low-scoring game.
Rose, let's go check out the coffee shop. Maybe we'll meet some cute doctors. Hello.
He's married.
Goodbye.
I'm going to go to my room and write down my achievements. You know, it doesn't matter whether I win. I mean, just being nominated is enough.
That's a good attitude, Rose.
It's also a crock of bull. I want that sucker bad.
This is Fred. He's come to fix the air conditioning.
Oh, thank God you're here. This heat's driving me crazy.
You're not the only one. The old lady next door is running through a sprinkler in her underwear.
There's no old lady living.
They were probably looking for someone to bring up to the ship.
Fine. Now you stay out here. Flag them down if they fly by again. I'll go inside and pack a bag.
But I want to be the one to go.
Whose bag do you think I'm going to pack?
I meant something like rearranging the furniture in the living room, or cleaning out the garage, or relining the kitchen shelves.
Bingo.
Oh, bingo's fun on a rainy day.
She was talking about relining the shelves.
Well, that could be fun, too, if we divide into teams and grease our hands.
I got arrested for that once at a party in Chattanooga. Never say that while I'm eating.
I'm teaching history for an adult education program. It's for people who never got their high school diplomas.
What else do they teach?
The usual high school subjects.
You mean like the 3 R's? Reading, writing, and rooster inseminating?
Hello, xin chào các bạn nha. Hôm nay mình sẽ bầu quả ổi. Ổi đây là ổi mình chảy tại vườn nhà mình, nên rất là đảm bảo và ngon. Ổi nhà mình rồng. Mình thích ăn những quả xanh xanh này, nó sẽ giòn hơn. Bây giờ mình sẽ rửa qua đi. Đây nha các bạn nha. Mình đã rửa qua đi ạ. Do ổi nhà mình rồng nên là mình sẽ không phải ngâm. Mình chỉ rửa qua đi cho nó sạch thôi ạ. Vì ổi nhà mình không có thuốc sâu gì hết. Thơm luôn các bạn ạ.